tell us what you know now about what the technology is available to these protesters and how the government has responded.
Sure. Well, this is not really surprising. Iran has already had a number of social media sites and applications blocked prior to this. For example, Facebook and Twitter had already been blocked in various forums, and they've done this in the past. They've restricted access. So what we're hearing now is, in addition to what was normally and previously blocked, there's been additional blocks put on. The CEO of Telegram tweeted out yesterday that Telegram channels have been blocked in an effort by the Iranian government to quell protesters. And also we're seeing that there have been potential internet shutdowns in various parts of the country as well. Again, none of this is surprising. The Iranian government taking on, a higher form of censorship now as they're trying to crush any form of dissent across the country.
I'm recalling the use of Twitter back in the day, years ago, which, precipitated the blocking of Twitter in Iran. Talk to us about how protesters are using technology in Iran today and how it has evolved from those years.
Sure. Technology has been critical. Obviously now, compared to 2009, you have had a rise in not just the number of individuals using iPhones and all sorts of, mobile devices, but you've also had growth in terms of individuals all over the globe, Iran included, using social media and using different applications to communicate, in some cases encrypted applications. This helps them organize, this helps them communicate, engage in peaceful protests. It helps them coordinate, times and locations, and also spread ideas in opposition to the Iranian government, which we've seen ideas that have been protesting both the economy there and also protesting the ideology in some cases as well. So I think you see technology being critical. It is worth noting that even though that the government in Iran is taking steps to quell protesters by blocking their access, the Iranians have gotten savvy about workarounds in some of these cases. A lot of them have ways to access these social media platforms, even though the government has prohibited them.
So, we should also note that the use of technology also has a dark side, including Telegram. And Telegram has also been reportedly used by terrorists to communicate. Is that correct still?
Yes, absolutely. So one of the other areas that these applications have been used for have not been for peaceful protests, but also by terrorist organizations. This is something that technology companies have been grappling with consistently over the last year or two as well. ISIS and other terrorist organizations using Telegram both on public channels, but also more private channels to communicate, spread their ideology, and spread their propaganda, something that my organization, Counter Extremism Project, has actually been pressuring tech companies on in terms of cracking down on content which violates their terms of service in the case of terrorism. In the case of Iran, much of the protests that are going on there are peaceful protests and demonstrations, things that obviously the United States government is in full support of them being able to do. And I believe the State Department has also been using these channels to try to communicate with peaceful protesters there as well.